To my beautiful sister Molly, happy bridal shower. I hope today and every day you know and feel how loved you are. My favorite memory of you so far has been seeing you interact with Cooper and be an aunt to Cooper and to this future baby in my belly. I just love seeing you interact with him and how much he just loves you. Like, he's the most wiggly baby ever, and somehow you get him to just be calm and chill and want to cuddle with you all the time. So it's just so amazing for me to see that. My favorite memory with you and Steve, you probably know, was in Vegas when we were only allowed to have 2 people in a room, and the cleaning people came by and knocked on the door. And Steve freaked out and literally dove across the room to hide behind the bed because he thought that they would care that there was 4 of us in the room. To this day, it makes me laugh so hard. And some marriage advice that I would give you, coming from an expert who's been married for not even 2 years, I would say, I'm sure everyone would say the same thing, but communication is key. I think that you and Steve already do this incredibly, but just talk about everything on your mind, and definitely never ever go to bed angry. Love you.
Happy bridal shower, Molly. I'm so excited to be celebrating you. You are our dream bride. There's nobody more amazing than you, and I'm so lucky to call you my sister and my best friend in the whole world. And I can't imagine anybody more amazing than Steve. To be your husband, I really am just so happy for you on every single level. You are my whole heart, and I cannot wait to continue the celebration. I love you so much, our beautiful bride.
Hello. Sorry, I definitely forget how to be a normal human when I'm being recorded. But anyways, I wanted to pass along my favorite memory about my best friend Molly, and hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, it was super hard to think of just one memory because all of my favorite memories from 8th grade onward really have you in them. But what came to mind was actually before I truly met you, in the 7th grade when I came to shadow at Bullis, and I was very nervous and I didn't know anyone in this whole school or even the whole state. I remember that you weren't even the person that I shadowed, but you were the only person I remembered when I went home, because you were so bubbly and friendly and easygoing, and you just like commanded the attention of people in the room just by being yourself. And I just remember I was like, when I move, if I have to go to this school, I think I'll be able to get through it if I can be friends with that girl. And mission successful. Okay, and then my favorite memory of you and Steve, I think just more recently, when the 4 of us went to dinner, me, you, Nick, and Steve. I just loved watching them interact and loved the way that we both found ourselves husbands who will let us take control at a restaurant and order everything off the menu. And you know, I just love watching Steve let you shine in all the ways that you do, and it's fun to see you, you know, do that for Steve too. And my advice for you guys, my advice really is for Steve, and my advice is that Molly's always right, and not in the, you know, happy life kind of way, although maybe that too. But really, Molly is such an intuitive person, and she's the person who I go to when I'm scared. At 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, I call her. She's somehow always there. you know, she's always has a way of putting things into perspective and pulling out the things that really matter. And she'll do that for you in your relationship. And so just remember, you know, to trust her instincts when you need them, because I think they're always right. And otherwise, just continue to love and support each other and laugh together and all the wonderful things that you do already. Okay, I love you.
Hi, Ma. Happy bridal shower day. I was thinking through some of our memories together, and we have so many from Penn State and freshman year at Stone Hall to PV, where we got those matching tattoos. They were henna, don't worry, everyone. And then when we went to Prague and shared that tiny, tiny bedroom, I don't think there's anyone else I could share that bedroom with. And then back to Center Court, and then after, you know, college, spending time together in Margate and visiting each other in DC and Philly and New York. And I have this very random memory that sticks out, but I think it's very indicative of our friendship. You and Sam came and visited me in Philly, and we probably went out the night before, but we had this big day planned, and instead of, you know, doing our many activities, we just went to Target, grabbed some sour watermelon and some snacks, and just chilled on the couch in the apartment and just laughed and talked all day. And you know, I know it's very specific, but it kind of just highlights that it doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing. When I'm with you, I'm having fun. I'm laughing. You have the biggest heart. You seriously make everyone around you feel so comfortable, so at ease. And you really are the best. And speaking of the best, when I met Steve, I knew he was amazing. Go Cox. I love getting to hang out with you guys at all of our friends' weddings, all the parties. Never forget when Steve told me he had strep throat and gave me a hug at Allie's wedding, and he's the only one that can do that. I would still give him a hug after he told me that. But seriously, there's no one else at the weddings you want to be partying with than Steve and Mollie. And for marriage advice, I'm not the right person for that. I'm hoping you will be able to give me marriage advice one day. But you can really see the love that you and Steve have for each other. You both complement each other so well. You respect each other. And I look up to both of you. I admire your relationship, and I'm so happy that the both of you found each other. And Ma, I'm sad I won't be there with you this weekend physically, but I am there with you in spirit, and know that I am always thinking of you. I'm always sending you so much love and happiness, and I can't wait to continue our celebrations and many good times together. I love you so much.
Hi, Mollie, Steve, and everyone. I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it this weekend, but I'm filming this from the Indeed office in New York, and I have a very special message on the board, and I have a very special friend interviewing me today.
What is your favorite memory with Mollie?
Thank you for asking. So the answer to this Mollie already knows, but I can share the quick story. So it was the last day of my freshman year of college. My parents and I had just packed up my freshman dorm room, and we were in East Halls, and I'm returning like the carts to empty out my room. Had on the big sunglasses, trying not to cry, and then Mollie from across East Hall, I guess, saw us leaving and screamed from across the building, "Bye, fairy, I'm so glad I met you." And that just made me start crying and bawling, and that's my favorite memory of Mollie Lanson.
Nice.
Thanks.
What is your favorite memory with the couple or Steve?
So my favorite thing to do with Steve is watch him dance at weddings. It's very entertaining. I'll say my favorite memory with the couple is when Steve and Mollie joined me, my parents, and then my youngest brother Leo at the Baltimore Aquarium. And Steve had, I would say, the best day of everyone. He was very into the exhibits, and I don't know if it was like a dolphin or I don't remember, but some live animal caught his eye.
Aw.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
That was a fun day.
Love that.
Go
3,
ahead.
what marriage advice would you give to the couple?
I would say my advice to Steve would be never tell Mollie to sleep on the couch, because I made her do that one time and it made her very mad. And to I guess I would say to just always remember how much you enjoy the sound of your partner's laugh. And it's corny, just like continue to make each other laugh all the time.
I love it.
And continue to visit me.
Correct.
And that's it.
Hi, Molly, Steve, and the rest of the crew. Sorry that I couldn't make it to the shower. Wish I was there to celebrate you, but so excited for Vegas and for the wedding. My favorite memory of Molly is definitely when we were screaming out of our center court window that we spent $8.90 a month, or maybe when you pushed me into the window and the thing fell off the wall, or when you were eating the popcorn like a crazy person with my that video I have. Or maybe all of the weird, crazy stories that we follow of people that go missing or people that have crazy tragedies happen to them. You're always my go-to, and I know the first person that will care and want to talk about these things, so love you so much. My favorite memory with Steve is probably our FaceTimes that the three of us have when we talk about all sorts of stuff, and Steve just laughs and chimes in. I always love to hear his input on the stuff we talk about. My advice for marriage is, we're definitely not married yet, but just to enjoy the small things. Life goes so quickly, so just appreciate each other and the amazing relationship that you have. Love you so much, and can't wait to see you in about a month in Vegas. Love you.
Hi, Mol. Happy wedding shower. I can't believe the wedding is so soon, and I'm so excited to celebrate you guys and celebrate in Vegas and then DC and then for the rest of our lives. My favorite memory with you, wow. We've known each other for so long at this point. We've lived together. We've been through it all. And I honestly can't just think of one. I think the way that you fit into my life so well right from the beginning, we knew we had to live together. The way you fit into my family so well, and you would even have, that one time that you slept over the hotel with my brother and my mom, just because you feel so comfortable with them. It shows how much we love you and how much you love them, and that means the world to me, because you're like a sister to me. But I think every time we go out, we just have such a blast, and we're always dancing and singing and making the most of every minute that we have together. No matter the distance, we're always together. So that's something I love about us. My favorite memory of you and Steve is Barbara Jeps. It makes me crack up every time I think about it. And I was trying to think of what I should say for this response, and it just came to me on a walk, and I started laughing on the street. So I fit in with the crazies here in New York, but that was one of the top 5 funniest moments of my life. And we just have such a good time when we're all together, and Kevin loves you guys. I love you guys. And you're just an amazing couple, and you complement each other so well. We're always laughing and just having a good time together. But for marriage advice, I am not yet married, so you'll have to tell me, because you'll be married a month by the time I am. But I think, be lighthearted and laugh a lot and hang out with Kevin and I all the time, and we won't have a problem. But I'm so excited for so many travels and trips, and a nice trip to Israel to convert Steve and Kevin to the Holy Land and to Judaism. But let's just have fun and celebrate life, and that's the best advice I can give. All right, I'm taking up too much time. Bye.
Hi, Ma. Happy shower. Me and Harper just wanted to say hi and that we love you. I'm so sorry I can't be there to celebrate with you. I want to share some memories with you, including you breaking every single heel while we were out in Prague. Something I loved that me and Steve did together was when we all hung out in DC, and Steve went home early, and then we continued and we came home, and Steve was just sitting there all by himself reading Lord of the Rings. And one tip I have for you is to let Steve think he is right and let him win the argument, even though you know he's wrong and you are right, because you always are. All right, we love you so much, and I can't wait to celebrate with you in Vegas. Bye. Bye.
So my favorite things about Mollie, I feel like I can't even list them all, but really, Mollie is just the best friend. Always there, always supporting me. She picked me up from a breakup once at like 8 a.m. when I was sobbing in DC. She's, you know, taking care of Otto, her little doggy Otto. And just the best, like always down to do fun stuff, go to drag brunch, go to my crazy EDM concerts. I can't say enough good things about Mollie, and Steve is a very lucky man. My favorite thing about Mollie and Steve as a couple is just how like hilarious you guys are together. I have known Steve for a long time, since high school, and I think it's so amazing how he can truly just like be his authentic self with you, and that you can do the same, and you guys don't judge each other. You're just supportive. You both have a great outlook on life. You have fun. I think that that's such an important thing to have in a partnership, and I just can't wait to watch you guys, you know, grow old together and just continue to kind of grow that amazing relationship that you have. My piece of marriage advice. I have never been married, so I don't know how great this advice would be, but I will say that I think it's just so important to just continue to like have fun together, make time for each other, go on dates, like continue to just grow your relationship and make that time to whatever, play freaking Ticket to Ride, VR, board games, Rummy Cube, all those weird games that Mollie tries to teach us that we never learn or understand. And just have fun together and don't take life too seriously. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait for you to get married.